Hi, beautiful souls. Today I wanted to share something that's very close to my heart: the way in which we relate to nourishment and care for ourselves, not only through food, but the entirety of our whole being. Grounded and Glowing is an ongoing Ayurvedic project I've begun outside of the classroom, weaving together dietary wisdom, nervous system regulation, and genuine human experience. This offering is less about rules and more about remembering how nourishment can help us feel radiant and present. To bring light to what I'm sharing, I'd like to give a little context from my own Ayurvedic lens. My natural constitution, or prakriti, is Vata Pitta, and right now, my life is deeply shaped by pregnancy. So my focus is not just on nourishment of self, but for the life I'm creating as well. I've noticed I tend to have an excess of Vata in my mind space and routines. An increased Pitta shows up in digestion, often as heartburn, whilst also a very real need to consciously build and nurture Kapha to support my own grounding and the baby's growth as well. So the way I approached nourishment in this project was by returning again and again to the simple Ayurvedic foundations. The focus was on supporting Agni, our digestive fire, through warm-cooked meals eaten at regular times, with the main meal being taken in the middle of the day when our digestion is the strongest. Adding ghee and gentle spices to support digestion and mindful eating were key, because as Ayurveda reminds us, our health isn't just what we eat, but it's how well we digest and absorb all that we take in. The ancient Ayurvedic texts describe one who is healthy as having balanced dhatus, doshas, agni, proper elimination, and a well-established sense of self, a clear mind, and harmonious senses. So health is both physical and deeply conscious as well. This is a simple 3-day nourishment guide I created as a way to gently apply the principles we've talked about. Each day has a different intention, beginning with settling into the body, then supporting digestion, and finally focusing on building ojas, our vital life force essence. This guide was designed specifically with Vata Pitta Prakriti in mind during pregnancy, but the rhythm and structure can be adapted in really intuitive ways to be just as beneficial to anyone. This slide offers some embodied examples of how these principles actually show up in real everyday meals. Rather than being rigid, this is meant to feel gentle and intuitive. Warm, nourishing breakfasts, well-cooked grains and root vegetables, spiced midday meals, lighter dinners taken earlier in the evening so that the meal is fully digested before bedtime. Each day carries with it a slightly different core intention. Day 1 focuses on grounding and settling back into the body, using warmth, rhythm, and simplicity to soothe and calm the nervous system. Day 2 shifts towards supporting digestion more directly. This is where warm-cooked grains, well-spiced vegetables, and simple soups came in. Day 3 then moves into building and supporting ojas, with foods that feel strengthening, soothing, and replenishing. For all the meals shown, I chose specifically to share only that which I've cooked and eaten myself and found deeply supportive for digestion. And across all 3 days, the emphasis is not on perfection, but on listening to one's own body, mind, soul, and honoring that. This daily rhythm is offered as a gentle container, not something rigid or strict, but rather something supportive. Ayurveda teaches that our bodies thrive on consistency and being more aligned or attuned to the rhythmic cycles within nature. So this flow focuses on rising early, tending to digestion and hygiene, and starting the day in a calm and intentional way, where meals are timed to support digestion, while leaving space for rest and integration throughout. Practices like Ambhyanga, transcendental meditation, gentle movement, and earlier bedtime all help to signal safety to the nervous system, creating the conditions for optimal digestion, repair of the dhatus, and deeper overall nourishment to be called in naturally. As I moved through this living practice, I noticed some tangible shifts. More stable digestion, reduced experience of heartburn, a deeper sense of being held within my body, and a greater emotional and mental stability overall, resulting not only through diet and routine alone, but alongside daily transcendental meditation, gentle pregnancy-safe movement, and localized oiling practices every morning. Though during pregnancy, full Ambhyanga isn't recommended, so I focused instead on Shiro, or the head, Mukh, or the face, and Pada, or the feet. These areas are especially calming for Vata, and during the winter months, when Vata is naturally more aggravated, they offer deep nourishment without overstimulating the body. As I naturally conclude this sacred offering, I want to touch base on what I brought home with me through these Ayurvedic teachings. This experience really shifted how I relate to nourishment and how I relate to myself. It's not something to be controlled or perfected, but rather as a divine relationship. When food, rhythm, and awareness are approached with reverence, they begin to support not just digestion, but clarity, steadiness, and a deeper sense of being at home in the body. This devotional work doesn't end with this course or this presentation. Grounded and Glowing is something I will continue to live, embody, and refine. It's a process of integrating Ayurvedic wisdom into my daily life in a way that feels sustainable, intuitive, and real. And for me, that is where nourishment becomes a living practice and not just a plan. We are one. Ashe.